Hello, everyone. Today is the 9-9 portal. Great things are supposed to happen today, or at least that is my hope, and I believe they're going to continue. What I wanted to talk to everyone about today is possibilities. The kingdom of God lives within us, and Yeshua, Jesus, did not come here to be worshiped by everyone. He came here to teach us about the statement that they have in the Bible about having faith the size of a mustard seed. If you believe, truly believe in God and embrace Him, have complete faith and trust in Him, you can accomplish anything. I'm 63 years old and I wasn't aware until I was 61 that people were coming against me and using magic on me and putting obstacles and challenges in my way so I could not become who I was born to be, who I was destined to be by the Creator. And even now that I do know it, it really hasn't changed much. It's not going to stop me from being who I am, a happy, confident woman, I think, therefore I am. I I am a good person in the ways that count. Do I make mistakes? Do I screw up? Yeah, sometimes I do. And I have done, like I said, I've been drunk, I've been high, I've been broke. I was living life and I didn't know then what I know now. And now that I do know, I want to be better. And I'm grateful for everything that's happened because it made me who I am. All these people who did me wrong, stood in my way, and caused problems for me, I owe them gratitude because they made me strong. They made me who I am. Because if they hadn't put those obstacles in my way, I wouldn't have learned how to appreciate life. Because my life at times, I wouldn't say bad, but it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. And I learned to appreciate every single milestone. Even, if it just got an inch better, I was grateful for it because it wasn't as bad as it had been. And so I learned about humility. I learned about gratitude. I remember complaining before my husband passed away in 2020 that I was so tired of everybody coming and partying in my yard and throwing their beer cans in my yard like our yard was garbage. It upset me mostly because I was the one having to pick it all up every time it happened, and it happened a lot. But God let me know that I shouldn't be complaining about people throwing beer cans in my yard. I should be grateful that I had a yard for them to throw those beer cans in. And that changed my perspective. And so I started trying to think of other things in a more positive light. What can I learn from this? What can I change that's going to make my life improve? And you can do it too. I'm not greater than anyone else. God chose me to show everybody there is another way and you can accomplish it. If I can do it, anyone can. And you don't have to be a certain age to come into realization of who you are. You meditate, figure out who you are because all of this stuff that's been taught to us and programmed into us is an illusion. And if somebody is standing in your way, I guarantee you're somebody of importance. And you need to figure out what it is you're supposed to be doing and get to stepping. Because we all have a destiny, we all have a job and a purpose on this earth that we're supposed to complete. And some of us are meant to help others. And that's all we're trying to do. We don't I don't want anything from anyone that I haven't earned or that isn't freely given. I just want to help. And I want you to know that you got a constant cheerleader. I believe in you and I know you can do it. Have faith in yourself. Believe. And believe in the Lord. Because through Christ, I can do all things. And so can you. Thank you so very much for listening. Have a great day.